Hi and welcome back. There's nothing like the feeling of going on a sexy date smelling amazing. So I have picked out 9 fragrances for men that will make you smell sensual on a date. So choosing the right scent for a date is a subtle yet impactful way of making a lasting impression. And the fragrance you choose should be alluring, it should be sophisticated, and it should be romantic. When picking out a scent for a date, I think you should consider the occasion. What are you going to do for this date? Are you going to see a movie? Are you going on a dinner? Is it going to be inside or outside? What kind of season is it? And things like that. But the most important thing when choosing your scent for the evening is that you actually love the scent yourself and that it makes you feel good. Because no matter if you have the perfect scent for the perfect occasion, if you don't feel good in it, what's the point? Many of the guides when you choose a fragrance for a date night says that you should spray in moderation. And I say nothing could be more wrong. Spray as much as you like. If you like to spray in moderation, that's what you should do. But if you like to overspray and ooze of the best scent in the room, then you should overspray. Do whatever makes you feel good. And if your favorite fragrance happens to be a classic and you don't want to smell like everyone else, maybe try layering it to give her the scent of something familiar that many likes, but also with your own twist. So now let's check out these 9 fragrances for a sensual date night. But before we start, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more fragrance videos with me. Let's check out the first one, and it's from Azzaro, a brand that I think has so many sensual fragrances. This one has an ambery touch that is wonderful and quite similar to Ambre Nuit in the Dior collection. I have picked out Azzaro Wanted by Night. Azzaro Wanted by Night is a warm and spicy fragrance with fruity, woody and sweet notes. Some of the notes in the top is cinnamon and mandarin orange. In the mids, fruity notes, incense and cumin, and in the base, tobacco, vanilla, woody notes and leather. This is a strong and long-lasting fragrance that will make you smell good for the whole evening. You will not have to reapply it because this will get you in a scent cloud that will make her smell you throughout the evening. I especially enjoy the warm and ambery notes together with the tobacco and the cinnamon. And when it comes to occasions, this is better for the colder months of the year like fall and winter, but actually you can wear it to a summer date, a summer night also. The next one is a fragrance from Givenchy, and if you have tried fragrances from Givenchy in the Gentleman collection, I'm pretty sure you have heard about this one and I'm pretty sure you have tried it also. This must be one of the most popular in the Gentleman collection. I actually think all of the Gentleman fragrances smells amazing, and this is one of my personal favorites. This is Gentleman Eau de Parfum Reserve Privé, and it's a woody, powdery and boozy fragrance with warm and ambery notes. There's bergamot in the top, there is iris and chestnut in the midst, and in the base, whiskey, woodsy notes and amber. So come on, how good can this get? It's boozy, it's sweet, it's warm and it's slightly powdery. That's about everything you need in a fragrance to smell attractive. This may not have the strongest projection, but it's a long-lasting fragrance that stays on your skin for long, so if you manage to get closer to your date, she will smell you throughout the evening. It's a very elegant, alluring and sophisticated scent, and that's why it's perfect for a date. Together with Gentleman, the EDP and I think Society, this is my favorite Gentleman in the collection. The next one is from YSL's exclusive line. This is a wonderful fragrance. It's very sophisticated, it's extremely elegant and stylish, and it will ruin you because it's so expensive. It's a warm, spicy, fresh and a sonic fragrance with vanilla. In the top there is violet leaf and coriander with citrus notes. In the mids, rose, black pepper and lily of the valley, and in the base there's ambergris and vanilla. This is a very long-lasting fragrance, but it doesn't have a huge projection, which makes it just perfect for a date if you want to smell alluring and sophisticated. I'm usually not a big fan of patchouli, and this is heavy on the patchouli, but this patchouli is just perfect. It smells a bit vintage, but it's beautiful, and in this composition, together with the other notes, the warm notes, the rose, it's just beautiful. This is a great scent if you want to invest in a fragrance that really smells unique and that's really long lasting. When going to a date, you could actually spray on any fragrance from Valentino knowing that you are going to smell attractive. I think all of the Valentino Uomo fragrances smell really attractive and they are all good to go for a date. But there are some that are better than the others to actually wear to a date, and one of them is one I think is quite underrated. This should really get more attention and more men should wear it. This is Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Coral Fantasy is an aromatic and fruity, warm, spicy and sweet fragrance with tobacco. The top is spicy and fruity with red apple and cardamom. The mids is aromatic with lavender and bourbon geranium, and in the base tobacco and vetiver. Perfect longevity and perfect projection for a date. When I smell this one, I think of a date, a summer evening, you are sitting somewhere near the ocean, the sun is just going down and you smell fantastic in this sweet tobacco scent. The tobacco is not overpowering, but it's there in the background all the time and it just makes you crave for more. And I do think that the tobacco note in this one is what makes it stand out from the other fragrances in the Uomo collection. So if you enjoy warm and sweet fragrances with a touch of fruitiness and tobacco, this is something you should try. Next up is a fragrance from Bulgari, and that's a brand I don't talk about that often. This one is actually one that I have overseen a bit, but when I started to smell it, I realized that this is a great scent if you want to go on a date when it's colder outside, because this is warm, woody and spicy, but it also has a touch of tuberose which makes it interesting. This is Bulgari Man in Black Parfum, and it's a warm, spicy and ambery fragrance with woody notes and floral notes. In the top there is spices and elemi, in the mids tuberose and iris, and in the base benzoin and dark woodsy note. There is something about the combination of elemi and benzoin that makes it balsamic and creamy in a beautiful way, and then when you have tuberose together with iris, it creates some kind of perfection. Do not overlook this one, because the woody notes together with the spices in this one gives it that depth that you don't find in many fragrances. I think it's a very masculine scent, and that's why I think it's perfect for a date. Bulgari fragrances are usually not beast mode performers, and that's probably why I haven't mentioned them a lot, because I am very much into beast mode. But this one is definitely good enough for having on a date, because you want something that makes you smell good, that is quite strong but not overpowering. Unless you're a crazy oversprayer like me and just want to fill up a whole room, but then you can just overspray it and I'm sure you will get noticed. The next one is from Prada, and most of the fragrances for men from Prada are just so elegant and so mass appealing. They are just so easy to like. First, they released Prada Luna Rossa Ocean, and that had this caramelic sweetness over it, powdery, wonderful. But then they released the Eau de Parfum and they made it deeper and maybe more interesting to some. This is Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Parfum, and it's a warm, ambery and woody fragrance with balsamic notes and vanilla. With grapefruit in the top, woodsy notes and frankincense in the midst, and base notes like vanilla and amber extreme, this is warm, powdery and slightly sweet. This is really a no-brainer if you just want something to spray on for the date. You maybe don't have that much time to choose your scent, but you want something that definitely makes you smell sensual and very mass appealing. Prada Luna Rossa Ocean EDP is a wonderful scent if you want something warm and vanillic, which is something that almost everyone enjoys. And this is something that you will like if you like fragrances like Prada Luna Rossa Sport, if you like Invictus Victory, or maybe Le Mal Le Parfum or Le Mal Elixir. The next one is one I have recommended in so many videos, and especially every time I talk about going on a date, because this one on a date is just the most perfect scent of them all. And I'm not talking about the Dior Intense, which is also the most perfect scent of them all. So I guess they are both up there on the top. This is Parfums de Marly's Herod, and this is a fragrance, this is a scent I never ever get enough of. Herod from Parfums de Marly is a warm and spicy vanillic fragrance with tobacco and cinnamon. In the top there is cinnamon and pepperwood, in the midst there is tobacco and incense together with osmanthus and labdanum, and in the base vanilla, isoi super, musk and woody notes. If you like the thought of sweet tobacco together with the most wonderful creamy vanilla, this is something you have to try. This is so masculine yet soft, very alluring and very sensual, and that's why it's perfect for a date. This is a scent that you will never ever forget, and hopefully you will make a lasting impression when wearing it. The next fragrance is the latest one in the scent collection from Hugo Boss. I think all of the scent fragrances are so beautiful, and I loved it from the first sniff. So every time they have released something new, I knew it's going to be good because the base of the scent fragrances is just wonderful. This is Hugo Boss The Scent Elixir, and it's an aromatic, woody and warm spicy fragrance. The top note is red pepper, in the mids lavender, and in the base sandalwood. That's not many notes, but of course there is so much more in this one. It has the beautiful spicy top, it has some sweetness, and it has a beautiful note of sandalwood. This sandalwood projects like crazy. So when you are inside, this is like a spice bomb. But when you get outside, you get the most beautiful, creamy, woody sandalwood, a sandalwood note to really die for. And that makes this one stand out very much from the rest of the Descent fragrances. Many of the Descent fragrances they have this maninka note that is really in focus, but this one has the sandalwood and the spices in focus. So I would say that this is one that is more sensual and attractive, sexy than the other. So this has very quickly turned out to be one of my top 3 from the scent, and together with the Le Parfum. Performance of the scent fragrances is quite okay, but this is definitely way better than all of the other. It stays on for long and it has a great projection. The next one is a new one and a limited edition from the House of Seduction from Jean Paul Gaultier. And this is Le Mal Lover, and it's a wonderful fragrance that just makes you happy. Le Mal Lover is a warm, fresh, spicy and balsamic fragrance with powdery notes and vanilla. In the top there is white pepper and finger lime, in the midst ambergris, sea notes and musk, and in the base vanilla and woody notes. This is such a great release from Jean Paul Gaultier. I think it's a combination maybe of Le Mal Le Parfum, In the Navy, On Board and the original, and maybe also a hint of Le Beau. This is great because you can wear it any time of the year and it definitely works for a date. I think this is cool also because it brings my thoughts to something from Hugo Boss that I smelled like in the 2000 and 2005, and it was a great scent. So this actually has some kind of vintage vibe over it, but it's still a modern, a very stylish new scent. I dare to say that this is something that almost everyone will enjoy. It has a salty vibe from the ambergris and the sea notes, and that together with vanilla is a killer combo. Very sensual and very attractive, and that's why it's perfect for a date. That's 9 fragrances I think will make you smell sensual and attractive for a date. Have you tried any of these? Would you wear them to a date? Tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want more fragrance videos with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.